Knicks rehab.
It's rehab, y'all.
Oh boy, this is your thing. We saw you in real time go from I wish I was never there to damn it, I would have given my life to be there yesterday.
Could have been there. I couldn't get an extra ticket to take my son, so I was a good father. Now I regret being a good father. I wish I was a bad father yesterday. I wish I was
Oh,
a bad father yesterday. Facts. But you know
welcome to
what?
the club.
Dare I say Brunson is on pace to get clutch player of the year again this year? Um, don't see who else is more clutch, especially in the fourth quarter. Yesterday, listen, man, I don't know what more people need to see. I don't know what else Knicks rehab. I don't know what more we have to say. We come up here night in and night out and let y'all know, and we prove it every night. We have a superstar. Last year, everybody used to laugh at us. Well, laugh at me in general. I've been on a Brunson is a superstar bandwagon for a couple seasons now. And it just seems like people are still, they still don't get it.
He's coming into a superstar level kind of player, man. These type of performances, right? A superstar level performances. These are not, especially on this type of stage, right? We're going Christmas. It's kind of the, like I was saying yesterday. It's really the start of when people really start watching basketball, right? When people start kind of shifting away from the NFL and start trying to lock in on the NBA. And the Christmas games and when people, really show out. I know I'm not taking it off with Brunson. I know y'all saw what Joker did last night. I know y'all saw what he did last night, right? And so this Christmas stage is really where, teams try to set the tone. And I thought, the way we came back in that third and in that fourth quarter was really a tone setter in who the Knicks really are. Like, we have so many different ways we could win ball games. And so he's really coming into a superstar level player.
Yesterday was just another moment, just another historic moment for the Knicks and Jalen Brunson. I don't know what else people need to see. Understand, what Joker is doing. Great game last night. Numbers out of this world. We know what SGA's been doing for the last couple seasons. But it just seems like with Brunson, he gets caught up in that, Luca and Ant-Man and Giannis. And it's just like, I've been saying it for a couple seasons. What are they doing that he's not doing? Jalen Brunson is the real deal. And yesterday it was just a terrific game. That's what you want to see on Christmas. That's what you want to see just in basketball in general. This game's going down to the wire. But me and Flea, great job helping your brother out yesterday. Just phenomenal what, me and you did yesterday. Fabian in the background, just, doing what he do. Shout out to the chat. But me and Flea were just alluding to yesterday, just breaking down the game. And, as happy as I am from that win last night, we still have some things we have to fix. Those third quarters coming out sluggish. And how many games can we keep going down between 10 to 20 points every fourth quarter and expecting, Captain Clutch to bail us out every time? But yesterday was just when we clicking on all cylinders, we are very difficult to beat. But I said it in the live yesterday, and everybody was ignoring me. Flea, how many times did I say, even before you came on, I'm like, yo, watch me win this game without Karl Anthony Towns. I kept saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, yesterday, it just proves to everybody, especially the basketball world, that we have a superstar. And we all know in today's game, you're not winning a championship or contending for a championship without a superstar. But yesterday was a hell of a game. I just love how Mike Brown trusted the bench with Kolek and Clarkson. Um, Mike Brown, once again, he's gaining our trust and respect every game. Every game. And for some reason, stuff like this was happening last season with Tibbs, where we'd get down big and we'd come back. But for some reason, this season, it just seems with a little more flair, a little more pizzazz. And listen, we got to credit Mike Brown because if we lose, we're going to give him a lot of smoke. So I think yesterday, the way Mike Brown coached, once again, not throwing in the towel, being down 17 in the fourth quarter, he could have easily said, you know what? It's Christmas, guys is hungover. Christmas Eve, they probably had how much eggnog and gift wrapping and just hanging with the family. It's all good. No, we didn't give up. Continue to fight. And Mike Brown, listen, he was not afraid to coach. And I've been saying this. For us to win, whoever is our head coach, you can't be afraid to coach. And what I mean by that is go with what's going, go with what's working, and win the ball game. Don't be afraid that if your superstars or your stars or your favorite players isn't playing well and other guys are playing well, allow that to play out. So I just love that you know what he's done with that. And just real quick, Kolek. Listen, man, that young man yesterday. Listen, we've been saying it. Once Mike Brown figure out that backcourt in certain situations and against certain teams, because of course certain matchups it's not going to work. But once Mike Brown understand when it's going to work, listen, man, Psycho Tycho. Listen, I can't. That young man is a dog. Yes, that young man is a dog. And yesterday he wanted to be out there. He wanted to take the big shots. He wanted to be the leader, even though we got our guy. So I just love that. And just before I let Flea cook, Mitchell Robinson. Big Mitch. Me and Flea called it in real time. Mitch, you ain't having important nothing so far. And within 2 seconds, 2-3 offensive rebounds. 4. So I just feel like, I always said in the beginning of the season, the only team that's standing in our way is us. We can stay healthy, and if guys can play up to their potential, and we allow Brunson to be Brunson, because to me, that's the caveat. That's it right there. You have to allow Brunson to be Brunson. As long as he can be Brunson and everybody else follow suit, how they did yesterday, I like Tyler Kolek, I like Jordan Clarkson. Listen, I think, Iman Shumpert hit it on the head. We are probably the only threat in the East, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They get to the finals because they looking shaky-dakey. Just a great Christmas game, a great national televised game, and it shows and proves why we have the most Christmas games in NBA history.
Obviously, Kolek is the guy that ignites this whole thing, right? When he's taking shots, hitting shots, being confident, and we're going to get into the whole Mike Brown thing. But now that I know what Mike Brown said to him, for him to come out, right, and really be playing like that, that's big stuff from that dude. Like OG said, we was talking about it in real time, how we didn't feel Mitchell Robinson out there the entire night. I didn't feel like he was affecting the game on any end of the floor. It was a super highway to the rim for the Cavs, right? He's owned Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley for the last 4 years, y'all. Just go take a peek at it. Mitchell Robinson has owned them two guys. They don't want nothing to do with Mitchell Robinson. They can't keep him off the backboard. When he starts to get into his groove and get into just cleaning and wiping the backboard, like I say, they can't keep him off it. It's a shame almost. Somebody need to talk to them two brothers. Like, they might be having nightmares about Mitchell Robinson. They can't do nothing with him, and he don't even score on them. It's the fact that he just rebound. He takes every rebound away from them. And when we needed it the most, he started rebounding the basketball. I cannot gloss over Jordan Clarkson. 25 points off the bench. The way he shot the basketball, 50% from three, right? The big shots that he was hitting, right? He just kept going. He didn't lose confidence any part of the game, whether he was taking a bad shot or not, whether he was turning it over or not. It just felt like he was in the groove of the game. And then obviously Brunson, our closer, when we needed it the most, when he wasn't shooting it well, when I thought he was struggling, when I didn't think, he was going to have it at the end of the game, he comes through in a big way. Continues to make me a believer that he's on his way to being a superstar. I know you guys haven't coined this one. I think he's right there now. Like, you win a championship, you would continue to make deep playoff runs with the Knicks. How can I not call you a superstar? This is superstar level play, right? Going to get a bucket when it matters the most. Not having it, tired, whatever you want to call it. When we needed to rely on him the most, he knocked that shit down. And great job from Mike Brown. Great job. Great coaching job from Mike Brown. Knowing to stay with certain guys, knowing how to balance this lineup, The substitutions have been excellent for the entire season, right? We could pick and choose games where we're like, that wasn't good. But in terms of consistency of the rotations and the lineups and figuring things out, very, very impressed with Mike Brown. Staying with Tyler Kolek, infusing confidence in, knowing that we're going to need that extra ball handle like OG keeps alluding to. We're going to need it. We're going to need it down the stretch. We're going to need it in playoff games. When they start blitzing Brunson and trying to get it out of his hand and make everybody else make a play. Kolek, go make a fucking play, baby. He's doing that now.
Tyler Kolek wouldn't have been ready for that moment had he not been playing this whole season the way that he had been. The way that he played in Minnesota, where it was like, yo, damn, your legs are short. Damn. Yo, you reminded me. Yo, when Mike Brown told Tyler Kolek, if you going to shoot that shit, you better make it.
You shooting 3 for 10, motherfucker.
Nah.
You shooting 3 for 10. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, this sound is great.
He's got to be over the top with his toughness. And I'll say this, when we were in Minnesota at halftime, he was 3 for 10 from the floor. And I went at him in front of the whole group. And, I can't say everything that I said, but in a nutshell, I said, you've taken 10 shots, the second most on this team, and you only made 3. And 3 or 4 of those shots were air balls. If you're going to take that many shots, you got to make some. So he goes 6 for 12 after, in the second half. He's got 11 rebounds for the game and 8 assists. I was hot, and he walks by me and he looks me in my eye and he goes, I made shots. And he walked off. It made me smile inside, but I was like, you little but that's the type of toughness, cockiness, however you want to call it, nastiness that he's got to show, not just to me. I want him to show. I need to feel him like that. But everybody else does on every single play. Thank you.
Come on, fam. Be cocky. I feel you like that, but fuck all that. Like, they got to feel you like that. And that's what we've been talking about everybody on this team when they don't show up. And for Tyler Kolek to be ready in that moment, this is a process. Like, we're in real time. We get to see this, Wolf of Wall Street character really get on that court and go bananas. That I was really emotional. That third 3, the last celebration, 109, 103, got us down by 6. I'm like, oh shit! Like, the kid is really. If we earned this spot, he really hit that with confidence, man. Cocky. I loved it. Like he said, cocky. Like, that's when you know that you've arrived in a way, just to be in the garden. And you can see him smiling at a certain point. Like, yeah, I'm like, oh boy, TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscríbete.